And Downton Abbey star Jim Carter is supporting a new campaign to let the terminally ill access benefits a lot more easily than they can at the moment. Currently, a person must prove that they only have 6 months left to live to get fast-tracked financial support.
Well, charities are calling for this rule to be scrapped. So is Michelle McCluskey, who says her mother had a disability payment stopped 4 months before she died of lung cancer, and she shared this distressing photograph of her mum, Christine, online when she weighed... that's actually not the photograph, but we will find you the photograph. She weighed only 3 stone. Michelle says her mum's final months were filled with financial stress.
That's the picture.
Oh, my
dear,
goodness.
dear,
and Michelle joins us now alongside Marie Curie ambassador and actor Jim Carter. Michelle, it seems such a... I mean, welcome to you both. Jim, obviously, we'll talk to you in just a moment. But Michelle, it seems absolutely cruel, actually, the situation people like you and your mum have to go through. I mean, even just being in a situation where you have to prove that you only have a few months left to live feels like a cruelty. Just tell us about your mum's situation.
So basically, Mum had quite a long history of chronic illnesses. She had Crohn's, COPD, osteoporosis. She wasn't able to tolerate any kind of food, so she was fed with a tube. She had a stroke, and then after she was assessed in April 2018, and the assessor obviously put in the report and they stopped her benefits. At that point in time, her weight was in quite severe decline. When she was assessed, she weighed 34.4 kilograms. And they stopped the benefits. She was going through additional tests because of a cough, because of lack of breathlessness, and we got the diagnosis at the end of July with double lung cancer.
I don't quite understand. Why would they stop the benefits?
Yeah.
So basically, she had to complete a face-to-face PIP consultation. That went ahead. The assessor went to her home, and the assessor spent 60 minutes, which is actually noted on the report, asking her various questions, and it's around, obviously, a person's capability at the end of the day. They say it's not to work out if somebody's fit to work or not. It's worked out to basically see what their mobility and things like that are. But everything just went totally against her. Nothing was taken into consideration, nothing at all.
And how ill was she during that assessment? I mean, what state was she in at that point?
Well, that photograph of her in the dressing gown, that was 3 weeks after her assessment.
Oh, my God, and they stopped the benefits, having met her in that physical condition? Jim, this is terrible. What's going on?
I wish I could answer you, Richard. I don't know. I think the assessors, bless them, are probably doing their best, but they're probably ticking boxes. I don't think they're necessarily medically trained. Somebody else could probably answer that one for us. But we're saying, Marie Curie and the Motor Neurone Disease Association are saying, allow the doctors to make the assessment. I mean, terminal illnesses don't work to a timetable, but a doctor can tell you this illness is terminal. The person might live for 7 months or 8 months, but they're not going to survive it. So for humanity's sake, allow them to access the benefits they need to help through those, terrible last few months, and take that stress away from them. The form filling, the bureaucracy is appalling. And the sort of distressing thing is the government seems to be in agreement with this argument to scrap the 6-month rule, has done a review, but we get the impression that that review is sitting on a desk somewhere. Well, why aren't they acting on it? Let us know what's happened, and please, somebody take it out of a drawer, dust it off, and do something.
Well, Jim, I mean, as an ambassador for the Marie Curie Foundation, you will know that people in this situation would want to spend those last months, being with the person they love and not fighting bureaucracy in order to get something to which they're obviously natural justice entitled.
Susanna, I mean, it's difficult to imagine. I mean, we've seen the pictures of Christine, but the stress of being in that situation is appalling. The stress for the family, knowing that there's a terminal illness there. That's terrible. Take the stress away. Make those last few months about treasuring what moments you have left, about building memories, not about sort of filling out forms, to get something that everybody, financial assistance that everybody agrees is their right. So we're just trying to, and thank you so much for talking to Michelle and to me about this. And let's just hope we can light a little blue touch paper under the government and the Department of Work and Pensions and sort of accelerate this process, get it looked at really urgently.
If we can come back to Michelle, how did your mother take the news when it came through that despite that assessment and the condition that she was in, and I cannot understand how the assessor could have come to the decision that they came to, how did she take the news that the benefits were stopping? It must have been a body blow for her.
Totally body blow. I mean, after that, my mum's always been a fighter. She always just got on with her illnesses. She never put herself first. She always put everybody else first. Myself, family, friends, her grandson. She loved him to bits. But the day when that happened and she phoned me, I mean, I was in a state of shock, saying, this is wrong. They've obviously made a mistake. They just need to look at you. So obviously it went to mandatory reconsideration, and again, it was thrown out.
I'm honestly almost speechless. Can we just... It's a distressing picture, but can we just see it one more time? Because this is the person that the assessor decided was going to live for longer than 6 months. I can barely speak. Go on, Jim.
Richard, it seems that this is happening quite a lot. I mean, as many as 100 people a month are dying whilst waiting for their benefit claims to be assessed.
Yeah.
So it is urgent.
Well, let's just let you know what the Department for Work and Pensions says. So this is their statement. The 6-month rule is not an absolute, and assessors will take a rounded view on life expectancy. To support those nearing the end of their lives, we have already issued updated guidance to clinicians to better support people's claims, and our upcoming Health and Disability Green Paper will explore further improvements we can make for those with the most severe conditions. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, Michelle, that just doesn't help.
No, it doesn't, does it?
That statement. But look, thank you both very much indeed for joining us this morning. And I know that for you, Michelle, it'd be really important that someone with the profile of Jim campaigning on this issue is really important. And so, good luck.
And thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
And thank you, Jim, for lending your support of this. It's such an important argument to win. I suspect you're actually probably pushing at a half-open door. As you say, it's just a question of actioning in it now. And hopefully,
I hope so.
And hopefully this item might have helped a little bit in that regard. Anyway, thanks for your time, both of you.